the divine feminine needs to learn how to become financially independent. This is one of the biggest issues that have happened for divine feminine since the very early times on earth, is that feminines in general have the capacity to live with nature very symbiotically, and have been over time systematically forced to become reliant on the masculine, which creates an interdependence that is unhealthy. And as we merge into the twin flame template, for those that are on that path, it's very important that the feminines become completely independent in themselves first, so that the essence of love can be present for both masculines and feminines. Masculines over time have begun to use their financial power against the divine feminine, and therefore it creates an opening, if you will, for egoic or negative energies to infiltrate the relationship, which in turn can break them apart. And so for the divine feminine, it's very important that as you're moving into that template to restore your divine codes, that you remember that you first are already provided for by the universe, regardless of a male in your life or not. So a lot of twin flames who are initiated don't even oftentimes come together in physical form until the feminine herself begins to take all of her energy that she's been giving to all of these men who are siphoning her light from her, and she has to learn to turn that energy around for herself and to start to fill her own cup, to become financially independent, to become empowered within herself. And as she does that, she then becomes a very divine emanation of love. It's like her flower blooms. And this also forces the masculine to learn how to truly love, as opposed to this old dogmatic system where we've just believed that the men are supposed to provide and protect. Yes, that is part of their calling in certain ways, but for the divine twin flames, it's not so much that. It's that it can happen certainly, but it's more than that. And it really does have to do with the divine feminine being able to be empowered within herself, as opposed to being repressed, which has been what's happened to the feminines and the masculines since the early times of humanity and the fall of Atlantis. And so for feminines, if you really, really want to attract the masculine, you have to stop trying to attract him. You literally have to get to the point where you're focused on your own fulfillment. You're focused on your own success. You're focused on your own evolution and your own gifts that you're here to give the world, and also to be able to provide for yourself and stand very strongly in your own 2 feet. The divine masculines will then have to learn how to provide love to the feminines, where in general they haven't necessarily tried much to fulfill the feminine or to give her what she needs, other than making sure that the bills are paid, and that even is questionable depending on the masculine that you're with. But he hasn't felt the need that he had to respect her. He hasn't felt the need that he had to have and embody all of the codes of love, because he was the provider and the protector. And when the feminine becomes that for herself, she then causes the masculine counterpart to need to be able to step up his game and to be able to figure out how to truly love her. Because if she has all of her needs met on her own, then the only thing that there's left to give one, and the only thing left that there is for him to give her, is love. And that's really what twin flames are here for, is to emanate the essence of true love. Not egoic love, not codependent love, but true love, where you respect one another, you love one another, you honor one another. It's got to be all the codes of love and not based on control. The problems that humanity has had in their dating is that there's always this conflict of power between the masculines and feminines, and that power struggle is an egoic distortion that cannot be present for twin flames.